In this video, we're going to talk about 10 best sci-fi movies. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. We've compiled a list of the top science fiction films so you can be sure you've seen the best of the genre. Our collection includes everything from clashes with ferocious alien animals to gloomy tales of isolation and meditations on what it means to be human. It's almost unfair to label sci-fi a genre because it encompasses practically every other film genre. In a sci-fi scenario, we've seen romantic comedies, action flicks, thrillers, horror films, and more. However, sci-fi is frequently more than just a futuristic environment with a few blazing lights. It's all about dwelling into the unknown and taking the audience on a journey of discovery with you. The best sci-fi movies realize that science fiction is most compelling when it offers questions about our future, our past, and who we are as people. Here are the 10 best sci-fi movies, so let's get started. Number 10. The Matrix. The Matrix is a teen boy's dream come true. There's action, combat, cutting-edge special effects, deadly robots, malevolent authority officials, an overarching pseudo-conspiracy theory, and most amazingly, an inarticulate social misfit who transforms into a flying kung fu Jesus. What's missing in this picture? PVC cat suits. That are skin tight? No, they're also in The Matrix. The director single-handedly managed to reinvigorate an entire genre by cherry-picking as many key ingredients from action films as they could. The us against the machines mentality from the Terminator, the wire work from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and the star from Johnny Mnemonic, and shooting it through with the timely dose of pre-millennial unease. Arnold Schwarzenegger's bumbling charge through battalions of impotent goons began to appear pathetically exhausted. The Matrix was a turning point in the franchise, as fans expected to see themselves on screen. That's why Keanu Reeves' casting was a stroke of genius. He may be attractive, but he isn't a one-man army. Plus, Neo is a perfect anagram of one. Number 9. Terminator 2, Judgement Day. A $7 million outlay brought spectacular returns of over $70 million for James Cameron's first great sci-fi action thriller, which spawned a 3-sequel franchise, a powerhouse directorial career, and a made robot forming iron-pumping Teuton Arnold Schwarzenegger, an unlikely 80s superstar, a time-travel thriller whose closed-circuit in-time mechanism is a straight lift from Chris Marker's La Jetée. It's more cerebral notions, man versus machine, gray matter versus computer, past versus present versus future, are cleverly pondered alongside some of the most visceral and exciting action sequences ever filmed. And the monster, unstoppable and remorselessly murderous, can take on the voices of others and later, in the sequel, even adopt their outward fleshly appearance, allowing it to take on the form of LAPD cops, stepmoms, pet dogs, and who knows what else. The follow-up made for zillions more dollars was a smash on the far larger scale, offering a metal-based, morphing psycho robot, Robert Patrick, and a more sympathetic Arnold Schwarzenegger cyborg, this time assigned to protect, not destroy, future rebel leader John Connor, Edward Furlong. One of the most likable aspects of this and several other Cameron features is his eagerness to put a tough, resourceful, and sexy woman at the head of the cast. Look at the muscle tone on the Sarah Connor in Judgment Day, and never permit anyone to rescue her. Number 8. Ex Machina. Release date, April 10th, 2015. Caleb Smith, Domhnall Gleeson, wins a contest to spend a week at the home of Nathan Bateman, Oscar Isaac, the CEO of the internet company he works for. But all is not as it seems. The competition has stipulations and Caleb learns he is there with a purpose, to converse with Ava, Alicia Vikander, an artificially intelligent robot, and to discover how real she really is. Ex Machina is an incredible look into the possibilities of artificial intelligence with little distraction from the plot, as we hole up in a mountainous lodge, isolated from the rest of existence. This ominous thriller twists and turns through the idea that the self-awareness of machines is not to be underestimated. Number 7. Interstellar. November 5th, 2014, release date. A classic sci-fi trope lies in the dystopian reimagining of life on Earth. For Interstellar, Earth has become uninhabitable due to a plague called the Blight that has ravaged pretty much all of the world's food sources, as well as Dust Bowl causing a drought. Forced into space, a group of research astronauts fronted by Joseph Cooper and Matthew McConaughey must go through a wormhole to travel across the galaxy to find humans a new home. Director Christopher Nolan builds this iconic sci-fi movie around themes of loneliness, isolation, love, and what humanity would do to survive when teetering brink of extinction. Number 6. 2001. A Space Odyssey. Release date April 3rd, 1968. Like many of our best sci-fi movies list, 2001 A Space Odyssey summons you to think. A dark monolith is uncovered on the moon that releases a radio signal. Years later, the film follows a deep space mission of 2 astronauts and an AI computer called HAL 9000 as they try to unearth the truth behind the monolith. HAL begins to demonstrate a self-awareness that begs the question of humanity and what defines us, a rich sci-fi topic that has only been expanded upon since 1968. The movie was in fact made alongside a book of the same name by both director Stanley Kubrick and writer Arthur C. Clarke. Number 5. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Release date June 11th, 1982. Truly unlike any other film on our list, E.T. the Extraterrestrial tells the tale of a young boy, Elliot, Henry Thomas, who finds an alien who has been stranded on Earth. Taking E.T. home to his brother and sister, they keep its existence under wraps in their suburban California home. Director Steven Spielberg brought space to Earth and surrounded it with hope and love, and tore fear away from the prospect of there being something else out there. Shot mostly chronologically to evoke real emotion from the young cast to the backdrop of an incredible score by composer John Williams, E.T. will always be a beautiful part of sci-fi movie history. And with a budget of $10.5 million, it took almost $800 million at the box office, which by any standards is an incredible feat. Number 4. Star Wars Episode V: The Empire Strikes Back. Release date May 21st, 1980. We couldn't write a best sci-fi movie list and not include at least one of the Star Wars movies. The second part of the original Star Wars trilogy, The Empire Strikes Back, is famed for taking the franchise to new heights. With epic battles, an iconic movie plot twist, and enthralling moments between main characters Leia and Han. Praised for its focus on storyline, The Empire Strikes Back sets an expansive stage for the movie that follows it. Number 3. Blade Runner. Release date June 28, 1982. Another dystopia on our list is director Ridley Scott's Blade Runner. Rick Deckard, Harrison Ford, is an ex-police officer who's been brought back on side as a replicant hunter, meaning he hunts down genetically engineered humans, or replicants, that pose a threat to society. Scott himself compares the 1982 movie to that of our current-day world, with big technology corporations holding strong positions in society. A slower-paced movie with a melancholic love story on the backdrop of some incredible set design creates this timeless sci-fi movie that'll leave you feeling uncertain about the nature of humanity. Number 2. Alien. Release date May 25th, 1979. While returning from deep space, the crew of the Nostromo are awakened to a distress signal from a nearby ship. Upon investigation, they are unnerved to uncover a nest of eggs of an alien species that do not come in peace. Prolific director Ridley Scott breathes life into this sci-fi epic, which began a franchise spanning 6 films in total from 1979 to 2017, if you're thinking of running through them. Alien is unapologetic sci-fi horror at its finest. The basic premise plays wonderfully into the age-old setup of humans versus aliens and fills it to the brim with suspense and action that will have you gripping onto your seat. Number 1. The Thing. Release date June 25th, 1982. In Antarctica, a group of researchers encounter the Thing, an extraterrestrial who can assume the guise of people. With such power, the team swiftly turns on each other, with no one knowing whether their partners are still friends or foes. The Thing is a wonderful 80s film that, despite the limitations of technology and CGI, almost makes things seem more genuine. And E.T. and The Thing were released at the same time as another entry on our list at the time. But they were worlds apart in terms of themes, despite the fact that they were both sci-fi. The Thing was not well received at first, but it went on to become a cult classic later on. What do you think of our video? Let us know in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear more from me again, then be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.
What's good, and thanks for watching this video on Top Movies. Once you subscribe to the page, type subscribe in the comments and we'll do our best to respond to all of you. See you on the next video.